Hey guys, welcome to another episode of My Hero, My Life. Today we're going to be talking about what if Shinso was a villain. Now, before we get into it, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And hey, why don't you check me out on Twitter? I'm there, or Discord. You can find all those links down in the description below. With that being said, let's do this. So Shinso, when you think of his abilities, when you think of his quirk, it very much, I feel like, is better, not as a hero's quirk, but as a villain. Now, of course, Shinso has the heart of a hero, and that's awesome. That's cool. That's something worth celebrating, but today we're not talking about that. Today we're talking about what if Shinso was a villain. You know, his quirk really just naturally, I think, fits being a villain. It's perfect. You know, him being able to control others, him being able to be the mastermind behind a super crazy plot. Think about it. If he wants money, he doesn't have to do it himself. He just has to tell someone else to do it. If he needs something done, he just tells someone else to do it. He can literally be the best mobster ever because even though he's high up on the food chain, so to say, he's never doing any of the dirty work. He is literally having everyone else do it for him. And that would make it challenging. That would make it hard for someone to realize or find out that Shinso is really a bad guy. I would imagine that if this was the route we were going, that Shinso would actually be a public figure. That people would think he's this really nice businessman. People wouldn't think that he's this evil crime lord that's controlling people. You know, during the day, he would look like someone of importance, someone of value. But then, all of a sudden, during night, you find out that actually he's controlling this underworld and that maybe he's, actually battling other villains for territories and things like that. But at the end of the day, he's not getting any of his hands dirty because he doesn't have to. There's no need for him to do that. But, that's kind of what I think about when I think of him being a villain. I think it's, the quirk just really fits. And you got to ask yourself, though, what would cause him to do this? What would cause him to go that way? Well, I think a really easy thing is he either didn't get into UA or he ends up getting kicked out. Or he tries to go to other schools and no matter what, nobody wants him because they don't feel like his quirk works. And he realizes that, the only way I'm going to make something of myself is if I just do it myself. And slowly but surely, he turns to the other side. He turns into a villain, and that ends up being essentially the evil Shinso. But, I really think that him being a villain is really a cool concept. It reminds me of Kingpin from Spider-Man comics or Daredevil comics. The Kingpin is at the top of the food chain, and he barely ever gets his hands dirty. He has everyone else do his dirty work. It's the same concept, except for Shinso is controlling people. Shinso's able to make sure these things happen. I think this really makes him a great villain. This makes him just really awesome. I think that if he had a villain name, it would probably be the Manipulator. Behind the shadows, he's manipulating everybody. And I think that's a great name for him. And of course, his objective would be just to kind of make his life comfortable. Make his life what he wants it ultimately to be. If he wants money, he gets money. If he wants to help people, hey, maybe that's how he justifies being a villain. Hey, the only way I'm going to help someone is if I do this, this, and this. And these three things are bad, but it's okay because it's going to help other people in the end. So he justifies his evil deeds for the sake of doing something good. When I think about it, would this change My Hero Academia? I think in the long run it would, but I think at this point in what we've seen when Shinso's shown up, I don't think it would change that much. I don't think it would make a huge impact. It would make some slight changes, some minor changes, but not to the point where it'd be like, whole arcs are changed, or whole characters are changed because of what Shinso not being there, not being in the story. But guys, those are my thoughts on what if Shinso was a villain. What are your thoughts? Throw them down in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. If Shinso was a villain, what would it be like? What would his name be? You know, his villain name. What would he act like? What would be his motivations? Let me know all those things down in the comments below. And guys, thanks again for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And hey, find me on Twitter, Discord. You can find those links down in the description. And we will see you guys next time.